Up, everybody? Welcome to our behind the scenes live of IGAP 2023. So my name is Jermaine Francis, hanging out with Wilt B.
Wilt B in the building.
What's up, y'all? All right, so we are excited to be with you guys today. For those of you who don't know, we have our International Gathering of Apostles and Prophets Conference coming up.
Hooray!
Yes, in exactly 2 weeks from today. So this is like, I don't know, 30 something.
I think 36 years?
36. We'll go with 36. We could be totally wrong. As
Mhm.
long as Bishop is not on, he'll tell us that. I think we've canceled the conference once or twice.
The Hurricane Michael last 2 years, right?
Yeah, in its entire history. So, but we are glad you're here. Okay, so in the comments, let us know where you're watching from. Click share, click like, send this out to everybody, because we're just going to have a conversation talking about stuff as we get ready for the conference. So we're super excited here to get ready for the event. So we've got two options for you guys with the conference. We've got the in-person experience. You register, you get on an airplane, you fly here to Santa Rosa Beach, Florida, and you're in the building with us for 4 days of amazing conference. Or we've had another option. If you can't get here, we have the online option. And here's the brainchild behind the online option. Will you tell us what people are going to experience if they register for the online?
All right. So guys, this is my first time, I guess, on camera. I'm mostly the guy behind the scene.
First time on camera?
Well, you know, like normally, I think like a little bit. I'm normally behind the scene, am I not?
Okay, fair. All right.
Well, yeah, I'm the guy that's in the shadows, if you want to put it like that.
All right.
But we've been really pushing forward since I think COVID was the first time that we really launched into doing online or virtual events, and it has been really successful. I think the heart and the drive behind everything that we want to do right now is to bring that same IGAP atmosphere and component online and bring it into people's houses, because I think we're living in a day and a stage right now where we're breaking the limits. You know, for some people it'll be like, I can't come to IGAP because it's too expensive, or I have this going on or have that going on. Now we're providing a hybrid component of the event that's going to make you feel like you're right here in the building with us. You're going to get that CI DNA where we're going to just love on you, we're going to prophesy, we're going to do warfare, but you're going to get it right in front of your home. Some of you guys may not have to travel to do it. And the brilliant part of this is that we're bringing different components for people online, Jermaine, that's different from people in the house.
Correct. So they're okay, give them an example of what they're going to get that people in the building are not going to get.
All right. So for the online people especially, what we want to do is, like, especially when you show up online, we're creating a event tailor-made just for you. So we will be live streaming certain parts of the event, obviously, when we have our main speakers or our different speakers coming in, Jermaine. But I think what we want to do for online is give them special sessions just for them. So what we've done is we have created sessions that is surrounded around live components, which means you're going to have one-on-one time with different people in our Christian community or in our Christian international community that you're going to have a personal one-on-one with. People in the building right now, they're not going to get that. They're not going to get that choice. They're not going to get that. It's not going to happen. But you will get one-on-one with some of our special guests that's going to be in the house. It's going to be phenomenal, where you will be able to ask questions. I think most of the times, to me, what makes it personal at that time is when we begin to talk to different speakers, we begin to get inside their minds and find out, okay, how did God give you that revelation? How did God give you that insight? How did you come about understanding this part or this aspect of God in this way? So that's one of the most exciting parts online. Seriously, guys, you get a one-on-one intimate time with some of the speakers that we have, and even further, you guys get special rooms. I think only in person you get prophetic training.
Correct.
But online, you guys are going to get miracle rooms. Online, you're going to get healing and deliverance rooms. And you're going to get prophetic ministry. So it encompasses a whole caveat of things. And on top of that, you're going to get one-on-one interviews with yours truly, Jermaine Francis, where he has special guests coming in to
Yes.
talk about some incredible topics that he's going to, I think, maybe highlight with us now.
Yeah, so we're gonna do some podcast style interviews just for you guys. That's only for the online people. So those that are in-house, they won't get access to that. So we're gonna be doing some interviews just like right now, where how we're sitting up here in the studio having this conversation. I was just looking at some of the comments of where people are already watching from. We have people from Venezuela, we have people from Wisconsin, from Alabama, from Mississippi. So you guys are already tuning in. So we're excited because this kind of gives you guys more of a personal one-on-one experience, because you're going to be able to ask your questions in the chat. You're going to be able to kind of dialogue with us, and we're going to have like real conversations, because I think, you know, when people come to conferences, they're used to just sitting out there and listening, right? And there's value in that, but I think the more the conversational feel of connecting to people, like I feel like personally I get more out of that than just listening to someone. So we're trying to create that atmosphere for you guys online, that you're going to jump on and be able to dialogue. And the chat's going to be open, so you're not just talking to us, you're talking to each other. And you might find, oh my gosh, this is this guy named Jim, he lives down the street from me. You might find people in the city who lives in your area that you can begin to connect with. So it's going to create a whole another level of opportunities to connect with other people. And the thing that, you know, Wilt and I have been like talking about this, and we found this is important to us both personally, like community. Like we've been talking about how big community is, and I think that's what we also want to build online as we're doing the IGAP stuff, is build community as you guys are attending the event online. And can you talk about ways that we're planning on building community?
I think it's very important, as Jermaine kind of pointed out, that word about community. We have to begin to look into what's happening when we speak about that word, because online, I mean, in person you see someone, and sometimes even when we go to events, we don't really connect. You know, it has to be intentional. So what we've tried to do is intentionally make avenues where you can meet the person on the other end of the line. And that is, it's just not going to be, oh, I just came to this IGAP online event and it's just one conference. But we want to cultivate that you're going to be the IGAP online crew, which means every event that we have, if it's IGAP, if it's Word of the Lord, that there is a community that you could connect with, and there's resources that we could provide you with. One of the main things I've seen is that when we do online events and people have the opportunity to chat, Jermaine, like when there's nothing going on, you hear some incredible stories of people connecting and what they've been through and sharing their personal testimony. And then, I'm not saying online is everything, but when they meet in person, it's like a whole well of emotions just explode, because you see this person's face, you hear their voices, and you're like, I want to hug you, I've seen you online, we've talked. So that's it. Also, our YouTube channel is something that we're intentionally cultivating when it comes to online. It's not just come and see a conference. We want you to come and be a part of the family. And in our YouTube channel, it's where we're building a place where you could connect to the DNA of what Christian International is.
Yeah, no, that's good. You know, so we've been very intentional about creating this space. So like we have this studio space, we have these books, these props. This is a real book.
It's a real book.
It's not just a prop. But we've created this space, and Wilt is like really good at design and all this stuff. So we've intentionally made this space. It's gonna bother him now. Watch. He's gonna mess with the book for the next like 10 minutes. Because there's a little bit of chaos in me where I'm just gonna create chaos.
He messes it up like.
But we have this space that we're trying to be intentional about creating for you guys. And truthfully, over the last 2 years, Christian National has invested lots of money into building this space, because we understand that that's where the world is, that's where the digital space is, that's where community is being built online. And so I think we've been very intentional about investing in the studio space that we have here. We've got lights, we've got camera, we've got these fancy chairs that we stole from our boss's office. We got these cool podcast mic. I promise they work, they're not just for looks. We have this set, this thing that I'm just messing up and throwing stuff around.
You see, this is what happens.
We've got this fake plant that we purchased to make it look good.
He's just messing up the whole studio.
I just put it on the book. But we're being intentional about creating this space for you guys to connect and having that space for you. But we're really excited about IGAP because this is just going to be another way of us connecting with you in that digital space. for those that are going to attend online. And those that are going to be here in person, what are they going to experience?
I think it's more of, IGAP is like a homecoming, I think.
Yeah.
It's like, a gathering of family. We come together and we fellowship together, and you see people connecting at different places. But more so, I've been talking to Bishop a little bit, and he's putting together his message. And one of the things he shared yesterday with me, he said, and he's shared this some more, but there's more details in it. He says, I hope he doesn't tell me I'm giving away his message. So I'm treading lightly. But the theme of what I feel, Bishop's doing is he believes at this stage of his life and in ministry and everything like that, is to raise up a generation of Joshua people, that mantle of not standing, but beginning to press and push for what God has for you. And if anyone's listening, if it's through online or if it's in person, I believe that IGAP, which is our event, if you feel stuck, if you feel that you need to hear revelation, because we got some special people coming also. It's not just the Hammond family with Bishop and Dr. Tim and everyone like that. We got special guests that's coming in that Jermaine will tell you a little more about. But it's going to push you and propel you into a whole new level. For pastors, there's something there in the sense of if you're leading a ministry and you want to begin to pioneer in the area of the prophetic or the apostolic, this is a very good place to start. And if you're looking for that place of impartation where the prophetic ministry becomes real to you, I think this is a place where it was birthed. This is a place where God really allowed Bishop Hammond and the Hammond family to birth the prophetic movement. And what we're trying to do is begin to create a connection or a streamline to not just mature people, I will say that word, but people of different ages and stages, to realize that there's something happening in the world today when it comes to connecting with mothers and fathers in the spirit, for younger generations to build on their shoulders, to really propel them. And even to go further, Jermaine, I think with all the instability that it has had around the prophetic movement and everything like that, I really believe that there's going to be a coming together of wisdom and revelation as we surround ourselves with these different leaders as we take this journey.
Yeah, no, that's good. So we have guest speaker Kim Owens.
Yeah.
From Fresh Start
Revivalist.
Church. If you have never heard Kim Owens, you guys are honestly in for a treat. I would encourage you over the next couple of days, go on YouTube, type in Kim Owens, type in Fresh Start Church, go look it up. Like, their services are fire. Okay.
Yes.
So Wilt's actually been to Fresh Start.
Oh,
right?
yes.
Like, tell us like firsthand what you've experienced being in their services.
My God, man, it was crazy. I think the best way to put it, Bishop was like, he found his tribe. Because when we went to do, I think we were doing warfare at Fresh Start, and my God, the whole church, I'm talking about young people, I'm talking about people of different ages and stages really engaged in the spirit to push what's happening. And I think when I went to Fresh Start personally, it was like a setting of fire. If I would give a word to describe setting a fire for what God has for you and what the enemy has stolen for you, it's like a pioneering grace to break forth into the best that God has for you. And to me, when I went there the first time, I was blown away.
Yeah, that's good.
I was jumping all over the stage.
I get it. Like, I call it an adult ramp.
That's a good way.
That's how I define Fresh Start. Like, services are high energy, high impact. They're powerful. I heard Pastor Kim speak. This was in Minneapolis, and she spoke for like 45 minutes at the event we're at, and she set the place on fire.
That's
like
awesome.
she's honestly carrying something that I think is valuable for this season. And I think a lot of people have gone through hard things since COVID, right? Like, and people need almost like a revival in their own hearts, right? Like a refreshing, like a fresh stirring. And I honestly think Pastor Kim is carrying that. And I think if you need that, honestly, I think you should be here. Like, if that's something you really feel like you need right now, I think she will be like the defibrillator that jumpstarts your heart.
That's right. That's a good example.
Like, gets you back engaged and stirs up. She's challenging. She's what I really feel like the message that she has is really powerful. It brings you back to life in a lot of ways and spiritually stirs you. So if you've never heard her, go check her out online. Go look up some of her stuff, and it's going to be amazing.
Oh, and her daughter's coming too. The worship team.
Yes, and we have Jessica, her daughter.
That's gonna be awesome.
Their worship team is amazing. They have some albums, they have some songs, some original songs. No, thank you for reminding me. That's so good. Like, so we're expecting, like, it's actually, if you don't come to the conference, if you stay home and you're not watching online, don't even pray that week, because this is where God will be that week. So that's why
He wouldn't be in your house. No.
He won't be there. He'll be here in this conference. I might get struck by lightning, but that's fine.
God forgive him.
But we encourage you guys, if you need just to be stirred, get here. And then we've got Tommy. They just launched their Houston campus, but he's been based in England under Sharon Stone. He was in Africa for a while. They have a whole network, and it's been like they've been growing massively. But Tommy's a prophetic voice, and we believe he's going to bring a word.
Yeah. I think it's going to be really, really important to, and again, for the younger generation. I think there is a theme or a thread, if I would be so, that when you come to this event, there's going to be something for the younger generation. I believe that the atmosphere is going to be right. And one other thing that I want to really highlight too, Jermaine, is that Bishop's been talking about miracles. I think it's been this 4th year, and he's been constantly talking about it's a season of miracles. And I believe that whatever you're believing for, I think last year we had Randy Clark was with us for IGAP. And my God, so listen, we're running the event from upstairs, and I had to leave the computer and go outside. It was, it was that heavy. Like my God, and I believe that God's doing the same thing today in this year. That whatever you're believing for, if it's healing, if it's a prophetic word, if it's to be activated in the prophetic, if it's relationship, I think this is a place to be, to really fill those voids, because we live in a generation right now where people are looking for connectivity. Some people are looking for a word. Some people are looking for different things at different stages. But I believe IGAP's going to provide a platform to access all those things.
Yeah, for sure. And I think we've had some amazing conferences through the years. So like him bringing up Randy from last year, Randy was like you felt the tangible presence of God when Randy was like praying for people and releasing impartation. I think a video I just recently saw from one of our early CI conferences, Mahesh Shabda was speaking.
Oh, I remember that.
And you literally saw on the video gold dust like started appearing across Mahesh's jacket as he was wearing it. So honestly, we've had some really, really powerful IGAPs. And like 1988, the prophetic was birthed. Was birthed at one of the IGAP conference, and Bishop talks about that all the time. And then we had like the apostolic and the saints movement and the different things that have happened at our IGAP conference. So the truth is, we don't know what God's going to do.
Yes, that's correct.
Like we don't fully know what's going to happen at this IGAP. So anything is possible. So I would encourage you, if you can get here to be in the building or join us online, I would encourage you to do that and go register right now. So we are literally 2 weeks away from IGAP, 14 days. So it's not too late to book a plane ticket. It's not too late to join us. It's not too late to get here. So we encourage you to do that and to join us if you can, because we want to see you. We want to hug your neck. We want to see you. And to all of our CI ministers, this is your event. This is a time for you guys to reconnect, for you guys to see each other. You haven't seen each other in a while, so all kinds of stuff. So IGAP's always fun. You just never know. We've got food trucks.
Oh yeah, let's talk about I just messed up my mic. No.
Yeah, but we've got actually, when you're here, we've got food trucks. We've got we've got our exhibit hall. We've got products. We've got resources. We've got all kinds of stuff for you guys to connect with. So it's going to be a real experience. So normally in the past, at lunchtime, people would have to go find some place to go
an hour away.
And it became a big thing. So we actually have a bunch of food trucks that's going to be literally on the church's property. So you can just walk outside, grab burgers, grab Italian food.
Oh, and there'll be coffee like early in the morning too.
There'll be fancy coffee. I
with
don't drink
prayer.
Coffee.
I'm not a coffee drinker, so I'm just like, this is for my wife and for Jorge behind the screen.
Yeah, for those who drink the fancy Starbucks foo-foo stuff, that's for y'all. You guys can enjoy your coffee. We've created an atmosphere for all.
Exactly. It's called water, and I'm getting off. But I think the other thing too, Jermaine, is that we would be excited to see them. I don't know when you come. Hopefully, we'll be in the exhibit hall or somewhere. But if you don't see us, we will try to see you. So if you come online, if you come in person, I think we're very excited. The both of us. We could get both of us on the camera right now. Because I think it will be very excited for both of us to, not even our media team, like our passion, if you want to describe our why, is that we believe that Christian International has a DNA of integrity, a DNA to pioneer, a spirit of excellence. And as a young person, we want to see that transform into something that it's not going to be the same. But I believe that we're entering into that season for Christian International where the messages, the people that are coming in, the speakers that we have, that is going to really communicate what is needed for the next generation.
I agree. And I think this is going to be a time for people to get empowered, for people to get encouraged. I have a funny story. So, I've been here at CI for, I guess, almost 20 years. It's kind of crazy to think about, but so I've been a bunch of IGAPs, right? And so you meet people see you, they get to know you through the years, and there's this one specific CI pastor who thinks I'm someone else. So every time he sees me, he calls me by this other person's name, and he's like, "Hey, so and so," and it's okay. It's been long enough that I don't even feel like correcting it anymore. I just kind of go with it.
Could this be the event that you correct him?
No, it's been so long.
I would love to see that.
You just kind of have to let it play out at this point. Like, I don't want to break people's hearts.
Oh, you look like an Antonio. That would be the name I would give you.
I mean, that's my middle name.
Okay, yeah, that's true. That's
So
very
that
close.
doesn't
That
really
doesn't
work.
work.
But anyway,
A Carlos.
like a Carlos.
You look like a Carlos. You don't think he looks like a Carlos?
Do you guys think I look like a Carlos? like comment. Okay,
The
comment.
people behind the screen is
Okay.
like, no, I think he looks like a Carlos though.
Y'all comment down below if I look like. I don't think I look like a Carlos. But
If I bounce him up, I'll think like Carlos. Yeah, I think you do have a Carlos.
I don't know. Y'all give your feedback in the comments if you think I look like a Carlos. I disagree, but that's fine.
No.
Steve Davis says, "See you at IGAP." Yay, Steve.
Let's check it through.
We always like to see Steve coming all the way from California.
And shout out to all the states. I think there's some internationals coming too.
There's some internationals.
Oh, so it's gonna be really,
We
really,
got
really
Joel
fun.
Powell watching. Hello, Joel. Karen Nix. She wrote, "Tommy is fire."
That's right. We can't wait. We can't wait.
Can't wait. St. Louis, Larry. We've got some of our regulars on here.
So Jermaine, like, where do you go to register?
Okay, so you guys, to register, you can go straight to the Christian International website, and then there's a tab that says IGAP. Click that tab, and then you can go ahead and register right there. You'll see our entire list of speakers with a little bit of bio, so you guys can get to know a little bit more about them.
All right, guys, I think we're looking forward to spend time with you, to be with you.
We are. It's gonna be a really fun time.
Well, I think we've reached to the end.
This is the end of the broadcast.
She messed it up my book though.
It's fine.
not supposed
See,
to
okay,
mess up
do
my
you guys?
book.
All right. Since this is behind the scenes, I want to show you. This is what I have to live with. This is what I have to work with.
He
He's
just
so particular,
messed up
and
my
he has
book.
to fix everything. And
This
every
is-
okay. If this is really behind the scenes, we're gonna be really honest. We're
Okay.
just gonna
Okay.
let's go for it.
Let's see if that's true.
Okay, so we were supposed to go live at 10.
You going there?
You see, he's
You're
already
go-
laughing.
I don't know what he's
Okay,
talking
it's
about.
fine.
I
But
don't
we're
know
supposed to
what
go live
he's
at 10 to
talking
do
about.
this live, right? Some people need everything to be perfect before we. I'm not even gonna look over here. Some people need stuff to be perfect before we can go live, and then they fidget, and then they move stuff, and then they check stuff, and so we did have some technical difficulties. I won't give them 100%, but,
Some people.
but that's how they just get bothered by if everything is not perfect. So we're just gonna.
That is not true, guys. You don't worry about that. We're just enjoying the book.
Look, he has to fix it.
No,
Look,
the
he
devil is a
literally-
liar.
he
No, that
literally
we're not
has to
doing. No,
fix
I'm
it.
not.
He can't
It's
help
that-
himself.
I've been healed instantly. I don't-
Y'all pray for him. We do have deliverance during IGAP.
Yes, we do.
I might bring him to the deliverance session myself. No, but you guys are awesome. So thank you for joining us for Behind the Scenes as we get ready for IGAP. 2 weeks away. We're super excited. We cannot wait to see you guys. So if you have not registered, go register right now. Register for in person or register online. Go to christiannational.com, and we've got Tommy, we've got Kim Owens, and
Bishop
then we've got
Hammond,
Bishop Hammond, Apostle
Jane, Apostle Tom.
and then we have some Q&A sessions taking place, and then we're going to do some live podcast
Interviews.
chats up here. I don't want to reveal some of our guests yet, but it's going to be really good. We're going to have some real good conversations. So you guys do not want to miss this. So we're excited. I know you're excited. So go and register right now.
All right, guys. Love you.